Aha, I understand. I get it. The most powerful thing we hear as a teacher or as a parent when young people are learning mathematics. Such a beautiful, beautiful occurrence. Unfortunately, in America today, we don't have enough aha moments. The crisis in American math education is real. I could speak to this as an 11-year inner city 8th grade math teacher. The urgency now is greater than ever. Consider the following. We are nimble numbers. Our mission is to bring amazing math education into the virtual world that we exist in today. We add in practical, deep understanding. We subtract away the math anxiety. Consider the following. If you think about as you learned mathematics growing up, you entered the world of numbers somehow, some way. It may have been, at the five and dime, making change with a customer. It might have been out on a construction site or measuring a wall, right? Helping people in your home hang pictures, right? And so essentially, then there were then three more steps. You built the number and you saw it, whether it's money or measuring or other, right? Maybe cooking, right? You're talking and listening to one another in step three. And then lastly, especially in school, right? We wrote and we reflected upon the algorithms of the math that we were learning. Think about today's world. I mean, the tech and virtual world created amazing changes, a lot for the positive, but some not. And especially in math instruction and achievement are part of a change that has not been positive. I mean, think about it. As we lose, the occurrence of using currency, people are playing with smartphones. They're measuring a room with a phone. So imagine if a young person that's not using currency, maybe, or using a measuring tape, is just asked to do the following problem in fourth, fifth, or sixth grade. Compare the following fractions. A tenth and a 20th, they can fill in with a less than, a greater than, and an equal sign. Why is this problem so difficult? Why is the achievement so low for so many wonderful young people? Well, here's what's happening now. Students, parents, teachers are going to Google whether to learn or to help, right? And they're typing compare 1/10 to 1/20th. Well, if you do that as you're listening to this presentation right now, this might pop up on a Google screen. Just a lot of language. The links are inadequate. There is no deep learning. There is no building. There's no visualizing the number system. I mean, this is the same string, compare a tenth and a 20th in ChatGPT. All of the steps are correct. I was taught this way. You may have been taught this way, right? Do the steps. It's great. It works, but it only works for about 20% of the US population. That is not acceptable. This is in Elon Musk's AI bot with Grok, a similar feedback to the request, right? The math steps. Well, there is no building and seeing right now when this is happening on computer screens throughout American classrooms and at home. Imagine, imagine if we did the following. This is what we have created. We have created at Nimble Numbers software and a learning system where students enter into the number system, an infinite number line on the yellow brick road, right? Positive numbers to the right of zero, negative numbers to the left. You enter the number system. And then specifically, you can go off the road, fly into the sky, into the world of fraction and decimal percents. Critical, right? For practical everyday learning, and especially in school, critical to the success of Algebra 1 students. So the students enter the number system in our software. They then build and see the problem. And in this case, the student is trying to figure out, how does 1/20th compare to 1/10th? So the student has built with fraction bars and then placed with coins, and they are building and seeing the number system. It gets better. In step 3, you think about this, we've been doing it all our lives. You talk and listen about money, right? The markets, right? Construction, right? Cooking, all these things that we use, mathematics, engineering. And so our software allows young people to meet at a place where they could talk about mathematics. And they're like, oh, wow. Okay, so I'm learning about fraction decimal percents. And a 20th is a nickel. And a tenth has 2 nickels. It's a dime. Now, this becomes really powerful if you also have the actual coins out on the table. But just coins on a table isn't enough, because we are able to provide the language of mathematics. And this is what allows teachers and students to speak to one another, and students to students. That they see that they could simplify fractions as well, just organically through this process, right? That 10 out of 100 is the same as 2 out of 20 or 1 out of 10. Wow, it's amazing. This is amazing, ladies and gentlemen. And then in step 4, right, we bring in a whiteboard, right? And young people might write that, 1/10 has 5 more pennies than a 20th. And they naturally figure out that a 10th is greater than a 20th, or to put another way, a 20th is less than a 10th. When these 4 steps, right, entering the nimble number world, building and seeing mathematics, listening and speaking about it, writing and reflecting, this is how we create aha moments, deep understanding. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. We are seeking to help every student in a virtual world to access the nimble number learning process. We are seeking investors who share our vision to replace what is currently in the AI models with all the text with our beautiful visual interface and our tools that students can do the 4-step process. You know how great the need is, right? We all do, as functioning members of our society who care about creating a better place. We're building a business where we hope when young people and parents and teachers go to help, that when they go to Google or when they go to a chatbot, an AI, that that our interface is used as the artificial intelligence model for K through 8 education. It's time to create a lot of aha moments. We would love to speak to you. I would love for you to call me, to text me, to email me if you're interested in becoming an investor or part of our company.